There's just so much more to hear.
Download our podcasts at DubaiI1038.com.
We are this morning discussing vacation homes because on yesterday's show we had Paul Griffiths, the CEO of Dubai Airports, in to discuss the new 5-year Dubai tourist visas. Now, during that interview, he told us that he thought the visa could boost a market that we don't talk about very much on the Business Breakfast. Take a listen to this.
I think it's going to boost the visitor market, but it will probably help also the property market because, of course, if people can come and stay for much longer, they're much more disposed perhaps to consider having a holiday home here. So I think it's good news all round. I think it will benefit people from all over the world, but I imagine Northern Hemisphere will be the biggest beneficiary, Europe, etc. So I wait to see, but I imagine India, the UK, a lot of places in Europe which are already very busy origins of tourism for us, that will be the major beneficiary of this move.
Which got us thinking, could it lead to people choosing to have a vacation home or a holiday home or a batch, call it what you will, here in Dubai rather than Portugal or France or Spain or the Coromandel? We're very pleased to be joined now by Murray Strang, who's head of Savills, the property people here in Dubai. Murray, it's nice to join you.
Morning.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
What do you make of these comments?
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting announcement for Dubai. I think the long-term 5-year visit visa has got lots of people interested in terms of minimising the logistics and the hassle and the admin of renewing short-term visas. I'm very interested to see some of the smaller print that goes with the official announcement in terms of costs and in terms of different nationalities and the logistics of setting up that 5-year visa. But I think in theory it definitely could open up higher demand for short-term visitors and in sort of result an increase in demand for holiday homes.
Which is interesting because I feel like the whole second home abroad thing isn't something we talk quite a lot about the Airbnb market here on the Business Breakfast, but in terms of someone from the UK, from India, buying a house here, coming out 2 or 3 times a year, how strong is that market here?
Yeah, I think Dubai is quite unique in this regard because it only became a legalised market here in 2013. So as with a lot of things in kind of late adopter markets, we've taken to it very quickly. And actually our percentage of holiday homes across total households in the market is higher here than it is in some of our competitor markets like Paris and London, where you're under 1% of homes are holiday homes, whereas here in Dubai we're already up to 2% of households are listed as genuine available holiday homes. So the Dubai market has sort of cracked on with holiday homes very quickly in the last 5 to 6 years. I think in terms of Savills studies on second homes, we've seen a huge move in the last 20 years from secondary home owners. Kind of initially we saw about 60% of all secondary home owners were purely buying for their own use. Now with investment demands, low interest rates, we're seeing sort of lower than 40% buying for their own use, with sort of 50 to 55% for investment returns and short-term leasing. So between Dubai's opening up of the market and between global demands, visitor levels into Dubai, India, UK, China, some of those key visitor markets they're 3 of the top 5 nationalities that come here for short-term visits. We've seen in the past movements to allow free visas for under 18s from the Indian market has made a big influx of, I think we saw sort of 15% uplift of visitors after those visas were changed. We saw free visas opened up for Chinese on arrival as well, made a big increase into the visitors from China. So there's no doubt that these movements in terms of freeing up visa arrangements makes a big change. And the target is for Dubai to go from 16 million visitors, around 16 million this year, up towards 20 next year, which is well publicised. And this is definitely a big move towards doing that. And I think it will inevitably have a knock-on effect to demand for short-term leasing and holiday homes.
There's a lot more, though, that people consider where they think about where to have a second home, a vacation home. What do your clients weigh up?
Yeah, I think we've definitely seen an increased demand, particularly in the luxury areas of Dubai. It'll be no surprise to people that the Palm, downtown, the Marina, particularly for holiday homes, are highest in demand because it's people wanting high quality amenities, leisure facilities, views, balconies, waterfronts, fitness facilities. So no doubt those have been the three main focuses, and it's quite well known that Dubai is geographically well connected and accessible, and also has plenty of that luxury and those types of headline items on offer.
Other than just the ability to get in and out, though, the visa issue, what else do your clients have to think about in terms of, I don't know, easy flights? What else is in that mix?
The seasonal fluctuations is a difficult one. So we see kind of occupation rates on average in Dubai is still, across the year, average is still lower than other markets because we have those sort of peaks and troughs throughout the summer and winter months. We saw average occupation rates in the prime heat of under 40%, but then up in November up at 75 to 80%. So that's quite a high fluctuation. So people have to be at ease with the fact that some points in the year occupying the units are going to be very easy and prices are going to be high, and then at other times it's going to fluctuate. So I think the normal sort of seasonal fluctuations and volatility of the Middle Eastern markets are something that people have to get to grips with.
What else could we do to boost the amount of people who are buying second homes here? What would make it even more attractive?
I think a movement towards creating facilities and amenities for tourists and visitors throughout the year. So, a lot of the movements that we've had towards leisure parks and indoor facilities, the way that retail and malls have been sort of more made into destination real estate now, creating facilities and attractions for short-term visitors and tourists all the year round will definitely sort of try to cross that bridge, the difficulty with volatility and fluctuation over the year, and we'll see more consistent visitors across the calendar.
Well, thanks very much for joining us this morning. Murray Strang, head of Savills in Dubai. We appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.
There's just so much more to hear.
Download our podcasts at DubaiEye1038.com.